Welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade Swansong. We will be proceeding with Galeb's scene, which is scene 6 at Long Island. So let's do it, let's jump in. So we have 250 points to spend. If you have less than that, um, then I'm afraid you didn't do anything well, you must have missed something in scene 5, or you spent more than you should have done in the scene before that. But we should certainly have 250 to spend now. So in the mental attribute, you want to put an extra point in, which brings it to level 4. Then, well, that's it for skills. Over to disciplines, we want to put 1 point into fortitude, bringing it to level 3. Make sure you don't skip level 3, because you can just upgrade straight to level 4. But the game gets a bit funky when you skip over level 3. There's only one time that we'll be skipping over level 3 for something, and it's for a specific use. So here, make sure you go for this node, which is Fortitude 3. And then down in the Dominate section, you also want to upgrade to level 3 as well. This is a 20-point discount from a resonance that you obtained in Scene 2. So that should leave us with 25 points remaining, and we can spend those later on. So Galeb wakes up in a morgue on Long Island. He's tricked them into thinking, them being the SAD soldiers, that he's dead. When you wake up, come over here to the left morgue table. I don't know if there's a more accurate word for it, but you should see in the bucket here there's a glowing blue item to take, so grab that. We can use this immediately by going over to this weird looking machine, which is how we upgrade to different levels of implant. So if you pan the camera down, you see this little coin slot, and you want to insert the implant that we just got. It says ready to install. So if you pan the camera back up, there's a little needle, and from this we want to add the implant. Cool. So now we've got this implant in Galeb's arm. We can press B to toggle run to get there a bit quicker. But once we approach the door, we can actually exit, whereas previously we wouldn't have been able to. So exit to the right, head to the end, and there's a little maintenance room here with a fuse box, except, oh no, it's not a fuse box. It's a weird, suspicious scanner for your hand. So interact with it. It'll say high clearance required. Make sure you interact with it even though nothing really happens, because when you return to the morgue, you will encounter Nurse Kim or Dr. Kim. I don't really know. This is timed, and you want to kill her, which is the right-hand option. Make sure you do that one. Things escalate if you don't do that in time. So you end up back in the morgue just because you've dumped her body in one of these trays. But if you come back out, this is the area that she came from. It's now open. The tray here to the left, make sure you take this scalpel. It's really important, not for this scene, but one of Galeb's later scenes. Head into this reception office, and there's a safe in the corner. Enter the code 423. Press V to confirm. That opens it up. You can grab in the center here a green implant. Now, before backtracking, go out the other end of the reception office, and where is it? Yeah, here on the little trolley, you can take a flask. That's a tremere, right? I don't know how to pronounce that. Concoction that eliminates hunger if we ever so desperately need it, but you won't really ever with Galeb. The only time we ever need those is with Laisha, and I'll bring that up when it's relevant. So return back to the maintenance closet now, and if you scan your hand, oh, apologies, we grabbed the implant, but we've not actually put it inside Galeb, have we? So backtrack to the morgue, to the weird machine, and then use this to upgrade to the green level implant. Now we can go to the maintenance closet, and now we can scan our hand. There we go. So it turns out the room is actually a secret elevator. Wait for that to come down. This will let you enter the SAD base properly. So you'll be confronted by this guy. You want to use the dominate discipline, which is he needs to lower his weapon immediately. Now, even though it says 100% success rate and he has a 0 defense rating against dominate, for story reasons, this will be a guaranteed fail. So do not panic when, sure enough, it says failure. That's fine. For the second option, you want to select my assignment can't wait any longer, which is this persuasion one. We must have it succeed, so focus that at 4 willpower. Again, that must succeed, so if it doesn't, you know the drill. Immediately pause, main menu, continue. Okie dokes, so after that we'll scan our hand on the scanner right next to you. This will allow us to continue on. Head down either set of stairs. So in the middle bit, towards the massive screen, you want to take this document. This agent, I don't know if he's a government agent, FBI agent, whatever, or just a member of staff, but he will eventually wander over to this terminal here. And this is what we need to interact with. So just keep in mind that we need to come back to this specific bit. Yeah, he's heading over there to obstruct it now. So what we need to do is read this big jumbo screen. And Galeb will automatically navigate between the tabs. He'll see that he needs a certain implant to proceed. So there's our goal. Only after you've interacted with the jumbo screen will the agent get called away, and you'll be able to inspect this panel for yourself. So you can see each of these are flipped on and they're all lit up. Now what we want to do is bring this voltage to a total of 220. So to do that, we want to flip all of them except the top two and the bottom left one. So you see that's the state that you want to end up with. Once you've done that, pan the camera over to the right and pull the lever. This will open the gate in front of you. And then this brings us to a bit of a central hub area. If you were just to look around as is, you wouldn't notice that each of these places are actually labelled. So we have the clinic, the treasury, or treasure, I guess, and the pyre. And the first place we want to head into is the clinic. Heading through the door, brief cutscene, exit to the left, use the central locker with code 1492 and then press V to confirm. Put on the clean suit or hazmat suit. Only with this equipped will you be able to head through this door, the airlock. Make sure you go up against the other door to trigger the animation. If you don't, sometimes it just doesn't. So head on through. So looking at her arms that come into the room, you want to take the implant. Galeb will actually failed to slice open her arm and take her implant. So much for vampire agility, eh? If you just pivot to the left a little bit, she'll have given you 2 items here. It's a reference card and a key card. So head on back through the airlock. Again, touch the other door to trigger the decontamination sequence. Put the suit away. You absolutely must take the suit away, otherwise you can't proceed to the left. Head into this adjacent door. Over here, you will need to swipe the card that she's just given you. This will put you inside one of the safe rooms. Galeb will have a bit of a vampiric panic attack, I suppose. I think it's related to how old he is as a vampire. So he's like feels torn apart by some urge called the beckoning. Not sure if that actually interests you or not. But once he's had his little episode, if you turn to the right of, well, if you come through the door, turn to the right, you can take a key from the shelves here. And then you see how the room is split into males and females, and then fresh, putrefied, and mummified. Well, we want to go to this mummified section, the female side, and the second from the end set of shelves, this, inspect, so specifically the shelf that says Jara's name, look to the immediate left, open that one, take the little sample bag inside. You should have collected what a silly name, Jara Drury's biological sample. Apologies if you have the same name as her, but not easy to pronounce, at least not for me. So you want to backtrack now, putting the suit back on once again. Are you having fun yet? Back through the airlock. Touch the door. And then in this empty tray to the left, you want to set down the biological sample you've gained. The scientist will come back over, and this time you can try to take her implant, except this time Galeb will actually succeed. Cool. So that gives us Chiara Favarone's red implant. Nice. So let's exit the clinic entirely now. So let's head back to the central hub. Do you remember that weird circular device that upgraded our implant? Well, there's one here at the base of the stairs. So let's use that to upgrade to Chiara Favarone's red implant. It's important that that is the only implant that you upgrade to in order to pop the surgical precision achievement. I can't remember if it pops now or when we use it on the board, like the big jumbo screen later, but I feel it might actually pop now. If it doesn't, I'll obviously edit this video. So what's next? Right, yeah. So looking up above the doors, you want to head into the pyre section. Head down the stairs. At the base of the stairs is this locked door. Make sure to examine it, like run up against it. Don't interact with it in terms of like picking the lock or anything. Just bump into it and then talk to this woman over here. Choose not to defend yourself. Tell her to calm down. This must succeed. It surely should, since she has no defense in it. And then we want to say that's understandable given the situation. This is okay to fail. And then we want to say, can she open the warehouse for me? This option will only appear if you first bumped into that door. And then she should just open it. This must succeed, and sure enough it should, because she has no defense for dominate. So she will open that door for us. Or point at it and magically it will be unlocked. Head inside, this is another safe zone. And then grab the item on top of the excuse me, on top of the barrel. Excuse me 1 second. So exit the room. And there is a male member of staff, this guy, walking around. He is usually over by this workstation, or he walks over here and then over here. But you want to feed on him, eliminating 6 hunger. Since Galeb has a talent bonus where he eliminates 1 additional hunger each time he feeds, that means that we've eliminated 7 hunger, which is his entire amount of hunger, so we'll be down to 0 now. So exit the safe room through this door next to the workstation. So this is like a weapons testing area or some kind of firing range. Head over here into this door. To the left on the workbench is some pliers. If you open the second from left locker, you'll find on the top shelf that you can take a lockpick tool. Exit this room now, and to the right there's a fuse box. Open it up, and on the red wires, use the electrical pliers that you've just gained. That'll link them up. Then over here is a control panel. You'll want to press the green button. Galeb will say, good, it works. He'll only say that, as in the button will only work, if you've just put the red wires together. If it has failed to work, then you've not done that correctly. Only after pressing the green button, enter the key on the right hand side. That will reveal this red button. Press that, and she will die. Because we pressed the green button, that little podium over there will have the glass shelters locked in place, so the book is safe. And since we saved that book, we will get a trait, which is, what's the trait? Library rat. Cool. What does that do? That makes it cheaper for the next experience cost of education. Cool. Since we've killed her, and we've also killed Chiara, we've killed 2 of the 3 department heads. So once we've killed all 3, that will be an achievement that we pop. Exit out of the Pyre division now. Back to the central hub. And into the final department, which is the Treasury. So that guy there, he is the division head or department head. We want to end up killing him, but he's in a locked room. To the left of the window is temperature controls, but you first must scan your imprint on the hand scanner, and only then can you change the settings on the temperature controls. So he'll get suspicious, he'll leave, so we can confront him later. It will also destroy the sensitive documents in that room, so we get the trait sensor, which means that our suspicion increases 30% more slowly. Nice. Okay, so on either side of that window, head through the glass doors, and then there's a room at the very end. In between these stacks, well, that guy's in the way, but he's not usually. You can take a coin from there. In the middle of the stacks is a door. This is a safe zone, so make sure you register this. Yes. And then once it's registered, leave. There's one last door that we've not really been into. It's the one in the middle with this green LED. If you enter, you'll find that the department head is waiting for us. So don't answer. Let's move on. And then a confrontation with him will start. Select I've seen their experiments on our kind. Select he would have so much to gain from it. That's a guaranteed success. Choose to defend on the psychology check. You can see here, without having to focus, just that default free willpower spend, that's 100% of success. So yeah, just roll with that. And that must succeed. If for any reason it doesn't, make sure you quit and come back. And then lastly, convince him it's the right thing to do, which again, must and will succeed. He seems like an alright guy. Shame we'll have to kill him. So that's the left-hand option to kill him and take his implant. You will automatically gain his red implant, but we won't need it. We've already got Chiara's. Make sure to never upgrade to Joseph's implant. Only ever upgrade to Chiara's, which we've already done. Since you've killed all three department heads now, Chiara, I don't remember the woman's name from the weapons testing, but we killed her, and we just killed Joseph right now. You will pop the No Survivors achievement. I've got a bit eager actually, so don't leave the department just yet. Return back to that room. Go beyond Joseph's corpse. There's a lockbox here. You need to scan your imprint on it first, then use the lever, and then take the brooch, which is a gear item. So we're just going to ignore its existence, basically. So we've accumulated 6 hunger, so let's get rid of that. In the far room, there's this woman researcher. Feed on her and eliminate 5 hunger. Or 6, either's fine. I suppose I don't understand how the humans are able to put up such a fight during these feeding scenes. Like, I'm a centuries-old vampire with supposedly superhuman strength. I don't understand how the humans are able to put up such a fight. Cool, right, so that eliminates our hunger. And we're done with this department now, so exit back out. Back up the stairs this time to the big jumbo screen. So at this point, you'll have Chiara Favarone's red implant on you, inserted into you, like the active implant on you. Make sure that is the case, and then interact with this hand scanner here. So we get the trait surgical precision. So if the achievement previously for surgical precision didn't pop, it certainly should pop now. And that's for using her specific implant, and only her implant. So this isn't me navigating around the little tabs or whatever. This is Galeb doing it automatically. Little audio log is playing. You'll be thrust into a cutscene where Galeb is taken prisoner. There is no way to avoid that. You'll then be in a torture session, a confrontation with Stanford. Now, the first three options here are timed, so make sure you're paying attention. If it helps, all options here, you'll be selecting the same thing, which is the take it choice. Each time that accumulates 2 hunger. So take it, which is the fortitude option. He will brand you, which gives you a negative trait, but it's the only way to get this outcome successfully. So take it again. The negative trait actually isn't nothing to be worried about, to be honest. It makes it slightly harder, like 10% harder for success rates when it comes to discipline ties. Spoiler alerts, there are not going to be any discipline ties for the rest of the game, I don't think. And even if there is, it's 10%. It's nothing really. You've seen how we succeeded with discipline powers in the past. It's never really been a problem. So take it again, the fortitude option. And then on the fourth attempt, it is take it again, but this time it's not timed. Cool. So if in that confrontation you were not able to take it all 4 times, either because fortitude wasn't skilled up or you failed to eliminate enough hunger, then there's no real way to succeed in that. So only if you followed my exact instructions have you been able to take it every time, which means that you didn't reveal anything to Stanford objective, and also you secretly kept your biometric implant objective. So this should come to 300 experience points for reward, with 4 traits on the side. You see them there. I'm going to just scroll through the success objectives now. So if you got anything less than 300 points, check out what you've missed, and you will have to probably repeat that scene again, I'm afraid. The final item listed there, the resonance bonus, is presence. You should have that as well. Perfect. So you can continue on now. Remember to duplicate the save. Something I recommend. You don't have to do it. You can either continue into the next scene, and after you set the skills and the scene gets going a little bit, you can go to the main menu, choose level select, save to a new save slot, and that way you've duplicated the save. Or you can head to the main menu now and do that there. It's up to you, either option. But next up is going to be scene 7, which is Leisure at the Red Salon. And I'll see you there. Bye bye.